First, lift and seat. Mr. Lipton, your relation.